What up, guys? Happy Saturday. Really quick, I wanted to come on here because me and my team, we gathered up today, and we were all talking about what we took from the convention we had last weekend. And if you watch my stories, I went to Atlanta, Georgia for one of the biggest events in Primerica, which was the convention, which hasn't been taken since COVID hit. So about roughly 2.5, 3 years. So one of the biggest things I wanted to talk to you guys about being moms on here is the biggest fear of missing out on my children. The biggest fear of making a decision that I was going to fail in. It makes me emotional because I've always wanted to be that mom I never had. You know, the mom that was there for their kids, the mom that did everything with and for them, because my mom was never there. I had to grow up. I had to do a lot of things that I shouldn't have to do at such a young age for my family. I became a teen mom. But having Josh made me grow. But anyways, just the fear of like missing out on my kid's life. That was the biggest take on me. Like, stop having that fear, because what I'm doing now is gonna pay off in the end. Me working full time, I come home now and I have like a set schedule that basically I'm gonna be in my room, y'all go over there, and I'm gonna work, whether it's training, whether it's finding people who I want to join my team, whether it's being on a call, I'm gonna do it. And I know, like, being at work and school all day, like, they want to be with me, especially Jacob, even though he's with me all day. They want to be with me, but in order for me to build this business and build a legacy so I can hand off to them, I need to find time to work, and that's gonna cause me to miss some moments in our lives. Like, I remember we had an event here in Austin, and that was Jacob's first like game he had to go to, and I was like, man, I'm gonna miss it. But in my head, I was like, he's gonna have so much more. Like, it's gonna be good. Like, as long as John's there, like, you know. But it's just like little moments like that. Like, you have to sacrifice it so that way it can pay off in the long run. Like, I need to build my business now, so when Jacob and Allie, they are like 15, 16, 17, 18, they will have what I never had. And I bet you some of you are like, I thought you had 3 kids. I do have 3 kids. And Josh is that teenager. He's at the stage where right now, I can't provide what I want. My vision to provide for him is way greater than what I can give now. So I even told him when I came back, when we go to the convention in 2 years, you're going to go with me, because I'm going to open up that door, open up that opportunity for him, plant that seed in him that he can become greater. He can become more than what we were when we were young at that age. Like, I want to open up his vision. So when he is in his early 20s, mid 20s, I can provide that for him. Like, basically what I'm saying is, I'm gonna pay off these years that I'm gonna miss in their lives. Those moments I'm gonna miss in their lives. And I know, like, Allie and Jake right now, because they're younger, they're gonna be like, you just work, you come to school, you're doing schoolwork. Like, the next few months, I'm gonna be busy, whether it's work, whether it's school, whether it's my business. And yes, I'm gonna take all that on. I'm gonna push myself to finish school, because I failed and gave up so many times that in order for me to basically build my business, I need to finish school. Why? Because I gave before. My goal is, no matter what, I'm gonna finish school, I'm gonna walk that stage, and I'm gonna have my associate's degree. Once I do that, I know in my power and in my mind that my business is gonna grow, my legacy is gonna grow, I'm gonna make it, it's gonna happen. Like, I have to take it step by step. I have to trust the process, and I'm gonna make it happen. Is it a lot on my plate? Maybe, but if I'm willing to do it, I'm gonna do it. If I'm willing to put in the work to make it happen, I'm gonna put in the work to make it happen. If I'm gonna have to miss some moments, some big moments in my kid's life, so that way I can, in the long run, I can say yes. I can say, here you go, Like, I'm gonna do that, and they're not gonna think about, oh, when mommy was working all day, she missed this, she missed that. They're gonna be like, no, mom did what she had to do so we can have this. And that's the mindset, that's the goal. And I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for John. Like, whew, that man works all day. Right now it's AC season where he's on the roof all day, but he still comes home, he supports me, he does more than I even can ask for, because that man is allowing me to fulfill my dreams, fulfill my vision, fulfill what decisions I'm making. Because he saw the bigger picture because he went with me to a convention. He saw the bigger picture. He knows, he even spoken to somebody else about it, like the value of these people and the business and what they're doing to make their dreams come true, to make their goals come true, to make that financial freedom for himself. He's seen it. He knows the vision. He knows it's gonna work. So just having him to support me to do what I need to do behind the doors so that can happen. Like, I don't know, that's all I really want to say. And like, that part really hits me. It makes me emotional because, like I said, I've always wanted to be that mom that I never had. And I think even though I'm going to be missing moment, and I'm not telling myself, I told myself that I'm going to be the mom I never had. And that basically being said is, I'm going to build the legacy, I'm going to build the business, I'm going to build the empire for my family, for my kids, for my dad, for my siblings, because they all look up to me. I've always been that person for them. I've always been the provider, the care person. Like, if I can do it and show them I can do it, even though working full-time, having the 3 kids, and just going through obstacles that I'm struggling with that no one knows, then I'm gonna do it, because anything is possible. And they're not gonna do what I tell them, they're gonna do what they see me doing. So I have to be the greater me for them, and that's the best decision that I came to terms with myself, for my family. But yeah, that's basically it. And if you're that person who has fears in life and like, what if this happens, or like, people are gonna say I'm a bad person, I'm a bad mom, I'm this, I'm that, like, they're not gonna pay for your bills, they're not gonna be there for your kids when you want them to be. Your kids will thank you in the long run, your kids will be grateful for you. There's always a hill, and you will always struggle while you're going up that hill. And once you get to the top of that hill, you will see the greater picture, the greater vision of why struggling up that hill came to you. Because if you didn't overpower it, then you never made it up there. But if you overpowered every obstacle, for you to be at the top of the hill, to see that bigger vision, that sunset that we always dream of seeing, like that, just, you know, that moment, like, you have to go through obstacles, and you're gonna want to get up, because I know there's been times I've been wanting to get up because I'm not seeing results right then and there. But I came to realize you gotta trust the process. You gotta go through it to believe it, and you gotta go through it to push it, and you gotta go through it to become where you want to be and be successful. Because if you are taking shortcuts or it's getting handed to you, what did you learn from it? What did you accomplish? Why do you even have it if you didn't put in the work? And if you know me personally, you knew where I came from, you knew the obstacles I had to overcome in a young life, as a teenager, as a kid, now as an adult. Then you know anyone and everyone can do it, as long as you change your mindset. You think of the bigger picture. You don't settle for less, don't settle for average, don't settle for normal. Settle to become greatness. Push out that greater value in yourself, because it is possible. Like, don't give no excuses. If you don't discipline yourself and you keep giving yourself excuses, you're never gonna go over that hill. You're never gonna be on top of it to see that bigger and better vision, that beautiful sunset. With that being said, guys, I hope everyone has a happy Saturday. Do something for yourself say yes, take a risk, and I promise you those end results will be well worth it.